Hello, welcome back to the Project Hercules Diaries. There's no need to put your head on one side because A, you look a tit, and B, this is the right way round. We've just got the head of the milling machine canted over because that's what we need to do to test the oil pump. So the oil pump here is mounted in a little jig that Bob's made. We've had to put a socket drive in place for the oil pump just to give a little bit of play there and a little bit of play in that direction, because it was very difficult to completely align the center of the oil pump with the center of the spindle of the milling machine. It's quite a bit of weight there to lean over and lock off, and to get all the centers perfectly aligned just wasn't really practical. We didn't want to put a strain on this bearing here, or more importantly, put a strain on the bearings inside the pump by having the center slightly offline and driving one with the other with this tightly clamped in place. So the socket drive gives us a little bit of play, which is ideal. And what the plan is to rotate the oil pump at the speed it's likely to go in the engine at tick over, squirt some oil into this tray here and see if the pump will draw oil up far enough. But unfortunately it's -5 outside, and the oil that we have in the can there is a little bit like treacle. In the engine the oil will be a lot warmer, so it's not really a representative test because the oil will be a lot thinner in the engine. So we're waiting for the weather to warm up a bit before we can actually turn the mill on and test it. You might recall last video we were just finishing off fabricating this fence here to keep the belts apart, because a twist in the belt isn't best practice, but it does serve to reverse the direction of travel, which is what we need to do to drive the pump in the right direction so it emulates the direction it will be driven in the engine. So until the weather's warmed up, we can't really do much more. It is forecasted to warm up later in the week, and we'll have to keep the doors shut because when the weather gets warm, the moist air comes in and everything sweats like crazy. Over here we've got the standard affair of a beautifully drawn out set of calculations here by Mr. Bob. So you can see at half engine speed, third engine speed, quarter engine speed and fifth engine speed what the approximate RPM would be, and we can emulate all of those speeds by changing the belt on the top pulley and by looking at the chart here to tell us what speeds we've got. So hopefully we'll find that at normal engine speed with the gears that we've got at a 5-to-1 reduction we are able to withdraw oil over this distance. If not, then we'll have to look at different skew gears, but that's we will know when we're able to test it. Apart from that, I can't update you on much more because it's that cold at the moment. It's a time where you really want to sit inside with a beer, and that's exactly what I'm going to do next. As usual, thank you for watching. More updates will follow.